I'm just going to go over some of this stuff. God, so loud. It's easy to watch the videos in horizontal, not in vertical. We don't need all of this stuff. Yeah. Just zoom in and go horizontal, then I can see the score as well. Okay, don't run around. So like you've got your grips. Don't stand there. Just like attack. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So it's definitely like Levi, you've definitely given up the single leg too many times in this comp. You're just letting people grab your legs, so that means to me that you need to perhaps control that front arm if there's a little bit better. The sprawlings are pretty dodgy. The sprawling is, yeah. So still got your leg. If he was better at single legs, he would have taken you down. Yeah, the snap down was pretty good. Giving him your leg again. Okay, good job getting back to close guard. I'm going to turn this down. God, they're yelling so loud. Okay, once you're in close guard, make sure you're attacking. Can't really tell what happened there. Yeah, this is the risk we're running from doing those hip throws by holding their head. End up getting reversed because you've got no base on the far side. It's a good bridge. Yeah, that was a nice clean takedown. That was good. So you're still holding that head. You've got to be very careful not to get your back taken there. I'd like you to transition to the underhook rather than focusing on holding his head. Yeah, that was pretty filthy, switching to the underhook like that when you didn't have it, but that's fine. The ref didn't see it. Don't let him get on. Yeah, you gave that up so easily. Just put your hand out. I think you're just going to hold him probably. Okay, so you opened up out of your guard actually. Um, what were those 2 points for? Oh, okay. Use your hands. Yeah, so, man, that honestly, that could have gone either way. That was pretty close, to be honest. Please, horizontal and closer. Do you know what gym this kid's from? Because he's just tried to play De La Riva against you, so he's obviously like. Yes, thank you. Thank you for zooming in. No. Okay, so just step further back. There's no reason for you to be standing with his feet connected to you. You shouldn't allow them to have their feet touching you. No, no, no. Yeah, don't let people stand up like that, man. You should just grab his feet and chuck them to the side and pass. Switch to the underhook straight away. If you want to need a belly points, you have to stand up on the other leg. Yeah, good job waiting. Okay, you're a little bit high, so try to work the arms up. We're going to be going over this the next couple of weeks, so you can make these adjustments. So you should be trying to flare the elbows and get the elbows above the head. Okay, mounted triangle's good setup. Clean, look at those toes. I think you finished this kit in the end. Okay. Good sportsmanship lifting him up too. I think This is the last ski match. I don't know if these were in order or not. I'm just going to go through gi and then no gi. Please horizontal and please closer. Just watch the initial contact again. So like giving away the single leg again. This is what costs you gold and no gi, is the single leg. Yeah, that was a little bit. This is the consequences of doing those side headlock takedowns, is that you end up giving the opportunity for reversals. Are you going to find people are taking advantage of that more and more as you move up the coloured belt ranks? Because they're going to expect it on for you. So yeah, yeah. Straighten your legs. Yeah, like that. It's got a single grip again. That's, yeah. Please zoom in. Yeah, we don't need to see like from this up and that down. So show back take again. So you got past that single leg attempt that time. Yeah, it's a little bit risky going to the bottom. Ah, this is the kid whose finger got dislocated, eh? I messaged this coach. Apparently it's pretty like barely dislocated. Right, let's do Nagi. Oh, the quality of this seems to be better, but please. Horizontal. Please. This is. You're giving that single leg up again. Yeah, so you got taken down with a single. So if we're learning anything from this comp is that you're weak to single legs. I was watching you do single legs yesterday during the youth class, and I saw that you were jumping in the air when people were picking your leg up and like letting them physically lift you up off the ground. Those sorts of habits play out in competition, so you need to stop practicing bad habits during the training. So I picked another single. You're definitely allowing too much left-handed grip single legs. in your goal setting for the year that you said you wanted to work more on trips. So I've seen you do one Osotogare, that's good, but it still looks like you're going. That was a nice setup. Okay, so you've got 2 trips now. Yeah. So having a bit of diversity in your attacks is definitely a good thing. Yeah, so try to stay inside his elbows and bring his elbows above his head. It's quite difficult to see what's going on. Please. Horizontal. Please closer. Yep, you're doing a good job of controlling him. It's 6-2. It's still, this match could still go in any direction. I'm glad that you've chosen to grapevine him and try to stay on top. That's a good decision. You should be walking his arms up above his head and getting as high as he possibly can on those grips so he can't use his arms at all. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably done already. Okay. So like legs pretty close. So make sure when you've got front head, you put their hands down. Some of the referees have been scoring those as takedowns, so. Yeah, it's good to see you diversify your takedowns, but don't allow single legs here. Yeah. So he's managed to connect to your legs again. So I'm glad you managed to maintain that rear naked position without any hooks, which is pretty crazy because without that grip, probably anything could have. This is much better zoom, like much closer, but please horizontal. Yeah, landscape, not portrait. This is for TikTok and Instagram. For me to be able to review the matches is much easier if it's closer and I can read the scores and the names. Okay. Okay, so this is the one that goes sideways. We discussed before the match started that he likes to pick up single legs. So he's already shot a single leg, and we're talking about underhooks. I really think that this is the side that you're having the most problems with the single legs, and the way that you're defending them too is allowing them to run them a bit more as well. I think maybe a little bit overconfident in your single leg defense. I don't feel like your single leg defense is really in a place where you should be feeling so confident. Okay, switch to the underhook straight away. Okay, in these positions, you can give them a little bit of your foot and then pull your leg out and get guard pass points. So prioritizing keeping on top was really important there. I really needed to stay on top. So make sure you're off balancing them. Yeah, I was talking to you about it during the match, just saying keep off balancing, continuously attack. You don't want the referees to do you for stalling, and the way to do that is constantly bring the arm across. Yeah, constantly attack the arms, constantly put his hands on the floor. Yeah. Anytime that they put their hands on the floor, we should be looking for kimuras. So put your hands on him. I'm not quite sure where this like hands on the mat setting up situation where that started coming from, but everyone needs to stop doing that. I actively discourage people from putting their hands on the mat like that. You should use your abs if you're going to sit up. You can't put your hands on the floor like that. You should try to trap his arm across his body by drawing his arm across and then pulling him down while his elbow's on the far side of your body. And the match goes pretty much. So what went wrong here? Let's push your leg down. Yeah, so you've done a good job of regarding there. That was a little bit dodgy, especially given that oh, looks like I might be recording it as well. I think I've got a better copy of this fight, but it's not going to make much difference. Yeah, so real like risky. The man must be coming to the end of the match. Okay, look at this, man. Look. Why are your hands on the floor? Your hand should be on him. I don't think that coming up like that was the right thing to do. I feel like you should have stayed in the guard because there was such a small amount of time left. If you'd have had grips on his head, you could have pulled him back into guard and you would have won on points. But because you've put your hands on the floor, you've overcommitted to trying to standing, and he can't. You know, there's nothing holding him. There's nothing stopping him from moving away from you. I don't think that standing up was the right thing to do in this situation. And this probably cost you the match. Yeah, so you ended up getting taken down. With what did he take you down with? A single leg. Okay, so then we discuss. I said to you, make sure you've got an underhook. There's no underhook here. He's picked up a single. Where's screaming at you? Underhook him. Yep. Same side. Left hand single. Left hand single. Left hand single. Left hand single. Not sprawling, not sprawling, not sprawling. You're trying to balance and not sprawl. Left hand single, man. That's the weakness.